kick it and go, kick it and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Taken in the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Hooked by Julian Love. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Eason sets to throw it. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Throwing is Eason. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Eason. Screenplay, Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Gold is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Eason. That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun is Eason. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And it is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover. Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play? Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football. Now zapped right back in the other direction.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll fire. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Taking a deep shot. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed. Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both? Yeah. I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football. Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Eason. And his throw here is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Eason. And that's incomplete.
Eason on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Eason. And he brought down by the Colts. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Raiders 3.
First and 10, Eason. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they'll force another incompletion.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Eason. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Eason. Incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And pass the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Eason throwing no, but it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely to start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked up on Troy McTaggart. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
They go play action with Eason. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Eason to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they jump back in front here. It's It's 9-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Colts.
Shotgun. He'll look to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll fire one downfield and this will be caught at the 30. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
A gain of
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Indianapolis.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And the Colts first down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. They tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again. He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And the lead is up to 5.
Makes the score Colts 14, Raiders 9.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost are.
And it's caught inside the 30. Another day, another dollar, baby. He will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. We didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch.
At the 28-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now here's Ross. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Running from the gun, Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Eason. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to let it go deep. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And it'll be 4th down. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying. But I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Play action. They'll throw. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Completes it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They go to Johnson again. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This is taken around the 12. Oh, the spin. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Fire one downfield for Fant. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
He is good. Makes the score Colts 28, Raiders 19.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Eason. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball is going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. Fields it cleanly. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Flushed out right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. It's something else. There's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
On second down, it's Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun. Eason flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Good work by Eason that time, and it'll be a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And his pass, incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Eason. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On second down now, it's Johnson, and he's going to be met at about the 43.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Raiders on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with the bandit.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw. Quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant. The 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Noah Fant with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Eason. Eluding the pressure right. Throw across his body and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a return across midfield. feels right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And some room to roam now. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. 41 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here to Taylor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 4 yards out. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Ball carrier.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On 3rd down, Eason. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
At the 46-yard line.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
He gets it left side of Johnson. He's got it to 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26.
Final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.